not, I'm going to use soy milk to explain something about bullets. Water weighs roughly 8 pounds per gallon. Soy milk is roughly the same weight as water. This is half a gallon, so this is about 4 pounds. And I'm going to lift it 1 foot. Here we go. See that? I'll do it again. I'm gonna raise it 1 foot. That required 4 foot-pounds of energy. A foot-pound is the amount of energy necessary to raise 1 pound 1 foot. Since this is 4 pounds, raising it 1 foot, that's 4 foot-pounds of energy. So what does lifting a half gallon of soy milk have to do with bullets? I'm about to tell you.
This is a common rifle cartridge. This particular one is old communist military surplus, but they sell them new at Walmart. It has the ballistics characteristics approximately of a .30-06 cartridge or a .308 used for hunting deer and other large animals. You can get some idea here of its size. A cartridge has 2 major components, the case and the bullet. The case holds the propellant, the gunpowder, and it also has a primer pressed into the end of it that ignites the propellant. And then there's the bullet that is pressed into the case, and when the propellant or gunpowder ignites, it turns into hot gases that expand and push the bullet out of the case and down the bore of the barrel and downrange toward the target. This gives you some idea of how large that particular bullet is. This is a ballistics chart for that particular bullet coming out of that cartridge, and it's too small for us to read, so we'll zoom in on it. Now go down the column on the left that says range to 200 yards, and then go across to the column that says energy. And you will see that after that bullet has gone 200 yards downrange, it still has 2,119 foot-pounds of energy. There it is, more closely. Can you see that? 2,119 foot-pounds. Notice its muzzle energy at the top of the energy column. As that bullet leaves the barrel, it has 2,708 foot-pounds of energy. To put that in perspective, this world record holder can lift just over 1,000 pounds, about 1 foot. That's about 1,000 foot-pounds. How would you like to have this guy punch you in the chest as hard as he can? It amazes me that this relatively small object can carry well over twice the energy that man produces when he sets a world bench press record. And this helps to explain why bullets can kill people and other animals. I will mention at this point that the mass of bullets is typically measured in grains. This particular bullet, I believe, is 174 grains, which is about 4/10 of an ounce.
If a bullet goes all the way through me and hits, let's say, the piano, I did not receive all of its energy. It imparted some of its energy to me and then delivered the rest of its energy to the piano, assuming the piano stopped the bullet finally.
In order to encourage transferring all of a bullet's energy to the target, particularly a human or some other animal, some bullets are hollow point. Look at the bullet at the bottom there. It's designed so that when it hits something, it will expand and resist passing all the way through the target, and thereby deliver all of its energy to the target. The bullet on top is fully jacketed and is more likely to go all the way through, let's say, a human body, and therefore not transfer all of its energy to that body.
The reason something as small as a bullet can deliver so much energy is that it's traveling so fast. Look at the velocity column. Even out at 200 yards, the first bullet we considered is going 2,548 feet per second. That's more than twice the speed of sound, around 1,500 miles per hour.
This is a .22 caliber long rifle bullet. It's much smaller than the 174 grain bullet we've been looking at. This is 40 grains. You can see from this ballistics table, if you go down the left side to 200 yards and go across, you'll see that this bullet is only traveling at 832 feet per second at 200 yards and carries 61 foot-pounds of energy. That doesn't sound like much, but it's still enough to kill someone. You can see its muzzle energy and velocity on the right side of the chart at the top. Coming out of the barrel, it has 104 foot-pounds of energy and a little over 1,000 feet per second velocity. This is a .357 Magnum revolver cartridge. It's an anti-personnel cartridge, self-defense cartridge, and it's a hollow point. The intention is that it expand and destroy as much tissue as possible, and ideally stop before it passes all the way through, thereby delivering all of its energy to the target. Here's the ballistics chart for several different .357 Magnum cartridges. You can look at the various weights, 125 grain, 130 grain, 140 grain, and the associated muzzle energies. The energy is a function not only of the weight of the bullet, but its velocity, and different cartridges, even in the same caliber, will impart different velocities to different weight bullets. I'd like to mention one more thing about the .22 caliber long rifle cartridge and associated bullet. This is a ballistics table for a 40 grain .22 caliber bullet. Look down the left side at 400 yards and then go all the way across to the right. You'll see the energy, 47.1 foot-pounds. You can go to YouTube and see evidence that at 400 yards, that bullet will pass right through a half-inch pine board, which means it would probably pass through someone's sternum and kill them. Bullets are dangerous. Guns are dangerous.
Now, if I were struck in the chest, let's say with a cannonball, it probably wouldn't be very surprising that it could deliver a whole lot of energy to my body. But the fact that some little tiny bullet like this can deliver thousands of foot-pounds to my body kind of amazes me. I don't know what you'll think about it, but I at least wanted to share that with you. Well, there you have it. Soy milk and ballistics. Only here at the Liberal Prepper. From Bell Buckle, Tennessee.